So I've started uploading these to YouTube as well. So obviously they stay around a little bit longer than the Twitch ones because I've only got because I'm affiliate. I get I think it's 30 days for affiliate.
Okay.
Anyway, for those of you watching the VOD, because currently no one's watching because you've only just started, welcome to Tuesday Night Roll 20 D&D. We are back in Rime of the Frostmaiden, following on from last week's, which I uploaded, which I was later told by somebody who was watching the entire session at the end. By the way, your mic was muted through the entire thing.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Thanks for telling me. Right at the end. Anyway,
but they watched the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, probably not watch.
You sure they weren't having you on?
Probably skipped it. No, because when I checked, it was actually muted. So I have double checked it because I'm semi-pro now. So yeah, I've double checked it and it's all good.
Nice.
So we are settled in. We are minus the rabbit. Rob. Adam is unable to make it, so Bruce is going to be controlled by me, or I will find some other way of controlling him. Because I like to throw things in the mix and just shake things up.
Throw the rabbit in the mix.
So people who can't make it, their characters suffer.
You've just gone live.
I have, yeah. My phone's just told me I've gone live, even though I've already gone live.
My phone just told me you've gone live.
Yeah, my phone did as well.
You see, I have this wonderful
farming simulator, but
I have the mobile live dashboard as well. Look, see?
Oh wow!
Oh, I can control I've got all the things. I never use it.
You've gone live.
I have.
I've just looked at Twitch.
Amazing.
Hold on. Yeah. Stop. I'm going to watch now. Hold on.
What a bunch of fucking dickheads, man.
Sorry. Sorry.
Cool.
That's what people come for, I reckon.
So in the last session, there was some fights, there was some drama, and at the end, a dwarf managed to escape, I believe.
No, we rode an
you've
elevator
gone past
upwards.
there, haven't you? Yeah, you've ridden the elevator upwards.
And then we fought
dwarves.
2 big things.
Oh yes, the dwarf sort of mech warriors basically.
Yeah.
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 So
dwarfs in suits. And that was where it ended.
I don't remember this.
You were definitely here. We
You were
definitely
definitely here. Yes.
What's going on with my brain?
The bunny will go and try and loot the mech suits would be his first action.
Yes, I believe that would be the case. So I need to actually find this room.
Lizetti's just going to wander around, not leaving the room. Oh, there's a big corridor up that way.
The fortress.
Are those arrow slits on the bottom wall?
They are, yeah.
It's impolite to ask questions like that.
13 marks the spot. Yep. Well, they were called Durgar hammers, basically, and they're sort of like mech warriors, if you like, just in large sort of metal suits, basically.
Awesome.
Now they're dead.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a quick description of the room. Ascending the elevator shaft deposits you in the middle of a large room with machinery filling the eastern half. Durgar lies, now not stands, in front of a double door to the north wall, and another is in the southeast corner next to a lever that juts out of the east wall.
Oh, I didn't know about the lever.
Braziers heaped with hot coals do little to offset the cold air that blows through the arrow slits in the south wall.
Grandma's still bare-chested and unaffected.
All right.
I just need to...
Just very hard nipples.
One image.
That's due to a piercing gone wrong rather than anything.
A botched piercing that he tried to do himself.
Yep. With a fish bone.
Okay.
So there's a lever. I assume the lever controls the lifts, but I'm not pulling it. Because
Well, there was a lever inside the lift that allowed you to go up.
Yeah.
So we've gone up.
Mhm.
Okay.
There was a portal up here that led to the son of the one that we fought previously and let get away.
We didn't let go away. We hobbled severely.
And then he ran off.
yeah, exactly. So the sun is up here somewhere through some kind of portal that we
I
need
wonder
to
if
find
he's
and
going to
kill.
have like PTSD when he sees us.
Yeah, probably. But we'll go find and kill him for once. Actually kill him. I will cut his
Well-
head off,
Ooh, fighting.
Nice.
That is.
and then
I'm looking
Right,
forward
so
to seeing.
should we try these double doors? Because there was a guard standing outside them.
yeah,
Okay.
sounds like
There
a good
was.
idea.
Sure.
I'm like, if there's a
Really
guard
shot.
outside,
How are
we
you
kick
opening?
one door each.
How are you opening these doors? Are you being quite? Well, all right. You've already answered
Nope.
that.
No.
It's Rem and Lizette in the front. Do you think we're being quiet?
I
Bam!
stand in the corner. And,
I'll kick one door with a again. Like, 6. I haven't rolled higher than a 6 in a long time.
So is it just a strength check that you're doing? Yeah.
I just kicked mine, whether it needed to or not.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh wow.
You rolled a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slightly better.
Yeah. Only so.
Both of
Only
us
so.
give it like a little bit of a tickle, just push it open with our feet rather than like going bang and just go.
You both stomp forward as if to slam the doors open. You both kind of scuff them a little bit. They're a bit slippy, the ice and the cold, and they just go. Meh.
I hold
So
my fist
this
out
is-
towards Grem.
The room inside is a messy workshop, heated and illuminated by braziers of glowing hot coals in the corners. The room is furnished with stone tables and cabinets. In the middle of the room, surrounded by twisted bits of metal, is a half-finished exoskeletal construct like the ones you encountered in the room previous. This
The
one
rabbit
doesn't,
would
ha-
be all over.
doesn't have a dwarf in it.
Okay. Yeah.
Can we
I
put
mean.
the rabbit in it?
Yeah. I mean. At
So
this
pretty
point,
much
you would-
Bruce straight away
wait.
is like, ooh. Examine,
good.
examine.
Although he's not here, so if I got in there and just did it all wrong and just like wrecked us, that would be quite funny too, wouldn't it? Oh, I won't. No.
He kind of, you see him looking at all the machinery and he's kind of looking it all over. He doesn't, well, he manages to find in amongst it all some smith's tools and a set of tinker's tools, which I should probably mark on his.
Don't want me to add it to the group loot?
Yeah, you can do for now.
I want to examine the room for sort of cracks, crevices, traps, levers, things.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
Okie dokie. Investigation.
Okay.
I've got +6 to investigation.
Very cool, isn't it?
You just roll. We've had some good
Roll the
rolls so far, boys. Let's
I
keep it
really
going.
should have
It's a
put
good
my
start.
into dexterity and been a rogue, shouldn't I?
So, yeah, you look around.
No secret paths for you.
You don't find anything of any value.
Other than stepping into the room and standing by the braziers to warm up, Lizette wouldn't have done much.
Okay.
How long do they spend investigating?
Well, Bruce is quite interested in this little mech suit, so he probably spends a good half an hour investigating. So, yeah, I'd say around about half an hour.
I go over to Grim while I'm doing that. He's like, "What's wrong with the way I behave?"
Are you asking me for moral direction?
No, I don't understand. What's wrong with the way I behave?
You are very adamant to judge those that do not think in the same way as you, and that is the complete opposite to how I was raised and the way I lead my life.
Why is that wrong?
It's wrong due to the way that I was brought up. It's different upbringings, different pasts, different paths that we have chosen to take in life. It is just very opposing forces.
You say chosen as if we had a choice in this.
Well, everyone has a choice in everything, I believe.
I don't think so.
And that's fair. Again, comes down to the same thing. Different paths, different ideals.
You will kill some in this place of evil, and not
Mm.
others.
Absolutely.
But they all work for the same thing.
Doesn't matter. Situation may be the same, but the people are very, very different.
Don't know if I understand.
Each individual is very different from one another, regardless of upbringing or situation that you find them in.
Lizette, do you not think if you were born somewhere else, you might follow a different god? You might have a different worldview?
Where I was born is not why I follow what I do.
Fair enough, but you know, I'm probably right. Replace all of those nouns and stuff with ones that fit what you say and just agree with me.
You're a very
I followed
strange man.
That's what
I
my mum
followed
used
the
to
path
say.
that was in front of me, not because of any other reason than that was the only thing that would work for me.
Do you know, I think that's probably the same for everyone, isn't it?
Same logic could be applied to the Durgar that we find here. This is the only path that they're accepted in. They have no option to do anything else than work here, regardless of what their moral compass tells them to do.
Do you know,
I had other options, but they weren't for me.
perhaps I want you to try something the next time. Next time you get the urge to kill one of these people, give them the option to, repent. And if they do, maybe just give them a bit of a slap.
We shall see.
You know,
I'll go over to Bruce. Have you finished with that machine yet?
Hold on, mate. I'm just checking it over once more. He's still tinkering, and he's got like what looks like a little screwdriver type thing, and he's giving it a bit of a tweak. In the end, he just flaps his hands, says, "Fuck this shit," and gives it up. He can't really. It's not really at a point where it is complete.
is there anything valuable on it? Do I sense any like valuable minerals or stones, gemstones, anything that's worth gold?
It's just made of metal.
As I walk past, does anything look really complicated?
No, it's like a
Is there like a central hub that I would just go, that looks complicated, and slam a sword into it?
Not really. It's kind of. It's like a.
I
big
just slam a
suit of-
sword into whatever I can, like whatever's. Big
Yeah,
enough to-
I mean, yeah, you
and then
managed to
carry on
smash
walking.
you managed to smash a piece off of one of the arms. What it basically is it's like a suit of armor that is exploded, if you like. Yeah. So it's kind of like on the shoulders, there's bits that poke up, and then the armor sort of is plated to that. So the dwarf kind of gets inside it, and it's just like armor that is away from the body rather than on the body, if you like. And the arms are longer, and one has got like a claw. They pull like a lever, and it makes a claw thing. Yeah, and it makes a claw thing, and then the other one's got like a spike.
And it
thing.
doesn't seem to be working in any way.
It's not complete. It hasn't been completely built yet. It's still kind of
dwarf in it.
the basic shell there is there, but like the arm isn't attached, and the claw part isn't attached to the arm and all that kind of
Under
stuff.
construction.
At the back.
So I look at Bruce
Yeah,
and go,
it's a workshop. They're building another one.
it'd be really cool if we could find out who builds these and they could show you how it's done, wouldn't it, Bruce?
Bruce just goes, nah, mate, I can build better.
Fair enough.
You totally would.
How tall are these things anyway? Just out of interest.
They are
6 foot.
probably about 6 foot. Yeah, it basically
Okay.
it elevates the dwarf off the ground because they have like almost like stilts that they walk on. So it actually the total height makes them sort of like large human sized.
You have to be a dwarf to ride it, I guess, or to use
You'd struggle to fit in it if you weren't.
I could fit you
would
in
have-
if you really want.
It would have to be modified for Bruce to fit in it because he's quite
you
slim.
would be
He's not as
modified.
stocky as a dwarf, so it'd need to be modified to fit his because he's not as broad as a dwarf.
It's not as tall as a dwarf
I
either.
roll my eyes at Lizette once.
It's this way then. There's a big corridor this way.
Okie dokie.
I say, fancy leading the way, big man.
I'll give it a go.
And I know. I whisper to Bruce, I go like, "Oh, she's being all nice to him now. He's giving her a bit of a slap. There's something unhealthy in their relationship." I think.
I'll keep. Oh shit! Bruce has just.
Ooh!
Oh my god! What did
What is
Bruce eat? What did
Did
he
I try and
eat?
stretch Bruce to fit him in the robot?
Bruce just expanded.
Whoopsie!
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
I'll just
I guess
try and keep him with you. I can't sort of like let anyone control him without them having access to his character
You
sheet.
can give us access to the token without the sheet, I think, but don't worry about it.
No, I'll keep
Just
him
just
with you.
leave him where he is, and then when we get somewhere, move him up and say he'll be in the middle.
Yeah.
I call out sort of in a not full on shout. I said, "Shouldn't we be like looking for traps and things? Like just walking around."
Grab
I
his.
go,
With his feet.
I was like, don't really know how traps work.
I mean, I know a bit, but
I'll then
obviously,
go and look for them then.
As a blade springs out and smashes
I
all the
mean,
things. That's how they work.
again, I'm not an expert. We took like a 6-week elective in Bar College about traps. Like traps and you was the scroll I got, and I got halfway through it. To be honest, I was distracted by an elven lady's bosoms. To be
The
honest, I
only
didn't
traps
know.
that I'm familiar with are ones
And
to
why
catch
wouldn't you be?
animals.
But that's
Well,
just going to have like a look around. for
Elven
traps.
ladies' bosoms are traps, lads and ladies.
Jesus.
I'll tell you that.
Of course.
So you walk
Well, I go,
down, casting a
if there was
cursory
traps,
a cursory glance for traps, and you do not find any, and neither do any find you.
Lisette investigated hard. You're like CSI Miami.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
just like
Yeah,
Walking
like
along with a little brush
there's a
on
loose
the.
stone over there, but you can see that's got dirt under it. That's not a trap. That's a wall there. There's no seam on it. No traps.
I don't trust what is that saying. Not. I feel like I'm going to elf-splain, and so I want to investigate as well.
Okay.
Fucking
hell.
hey.
He does ever so slightly better.
Yeah. That
No.
is.
No traps for you either.
Yeah. All right. You're right this time. This is going to be a really woke stream tonight.
Okay, so this is
Elf-splain
like
should be in the dictionary now.
very similar to the previous decremental. Yeah, this is very similar to the previous room that you were in, only in reverse. So there is
I
an
was thinking
elevator that heads down, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Wearing gears and stuff.
I'm just examining the
Shit.
other room for memory
That's as far
purposes.
as it goes.
Right.
Okay.
So
Is
where's
there a
the
lever
elevator in this room?
Is there a new lever in this room?
Yes, in the bottom
Left-hand corner?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The lift isn't.
Bruce,
at
any
this
idea what these
floor at
levers
the
do?
moment. He takes a wander in, and
they move, mate, backwards and forwards when you pull them.
I
Yeah,
don't
I know, but where
I should,
do they
I
do
should
when
probably
you
get
pull
his
them?
character sheet up actually because I'm probably going to need it. Right. Let's give him an investigation check. Investigation.
What happens to know? I don't know, mate. I'll have a look. Fuck all.
He manages to work out that they. What the fuck happened there? That isn't what I wanted to do at all.
You rolled a 3.
Hang on. No, I meant to double click on the back. There we go. Right, so let's just put Bruce's character sheet over there so I can find it easy. There we go. So he manages to work out that it probably turns, well, both of these cogs. But this here, he thinks the shaft that goes through the side of it there leads to the front doors of the fortress. So he reckons that these levers here are linked to the front door of the fortress. This one would be linked to the right door. The other one would be linked
Was
to
that-
the left door.
If I look out, can I see the front doors from the arrow slits, or is it?
If you look out from here, yes, you can.
This is Pete asking, not Alan. We didn't go in the front door, did we, or did we?
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
So there's no one. We're not going to sort of open the door and get stabbed by guards or whatever. I know that. Guess.
We're quite far up.
Well, you're
from where
quite
the
high
front
up.
door is.
Okay. So, right. So
said
this is the mechanism that controls it. rather
Another
than-
elevator.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that is another elevator. Yeah, that currently isn't at this level.
Ooh.
How do we call the elevator?
Elevator.
What do we call the elevator?
Oi, elevator.
The lifting machine.
Ellie the elevator.
Right.
Packed its trunk and trundled off to the jungle.
Quite.
So we don't think the lever controls the elevator, but we'll give it a pull anyway.
Okay. So basically, when you pull it, this wheel here rotates, and you can. It's quite quiet. You don't. It's not like a or anything like that. It seems relatively smooth and well machined. But as you look out of that arrow slit there, you do see indeed that the right-hand door starts to open.
Okay.
Do we want that open?
I mean, it doesn't really matter to us too much. We came from the outside in.
And I look over and go, do you know how much it costs to heat an evil castle?
This
Not much
is
when the
not.
entire thing's a forge.
This
That's
isn't
true.
heated at all. I mean, all
That's
you've got
true.
for heat really is braziers. There's no. It's fucking cold. The wind whistling through those arrow slits it's pretty cold.
Is there
I
a
mean-
hole with like a rope or anything going down?
To the elevator.
Yeah.
So you say
Yes.
it's not here.
No, it's not there, but there is a rope there. Yes. Or a chain that runs down the shaft, and if you look down, you can see the elevator.
You know,
On
fancy climbing down the chain.
Well, weren't we supposed to be hunting someone
Yeah.
up here?
There's
Yeah,
no one up here.
we came in the lift up to try and get as far up as we could go.
Oh yes, and then go back down again, right? Didn't they say get back,
Yeah.
go back down? I wonder. Yes. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to run over and pull the thing on the other side.
I mean, who designs these castles these days?
The
Silly
left-hand
thing, you've
door
gotta go up
opens.
Yeah.
to go back down again. What's all that about?
Security, I guess.
I mean, it's going to be annoying
if
if when you get there, you've forgotten why you've gone in and you've got to go back. That's going to be really annoying, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, I forgot the milk. Fuck.
Yeah. Car keys.
Okay.
I say,
shit.
well, the only way to go is down. But you first. I say to no one in particular. And
Lizette's walked off. She's got him to pull the other lever on the other side.
Yeah, those of you in the room there, that are looking out of this arrow slit here, see the left-hand door start opening as well.
Okay. Well, we know our exit route is open at least. So there's a lift on another level. So if I look up, can I crane my neck and look up the lift shaft and see if I can see anything? Like live?
The lift shaft ends about 4 feet above the edges, so this is the top floor.
Oh. Okay. So I look down then. You say the lift wasn't on this floor. I look down.
If you look down, you can see the top of the lift.
Oh, so it's literally
Probably
just below.
yes.
Anyone fancy doing a bit of? I mean, is there like a?
I'll have a go at climbing if you want.
I'm not very good
Right,
at climbing,
Grim.
as we found out earlier.
It's basically you and me will be good at climbing. I'm smaller, but I'm wearing heavier armor.
Uh-huh.
You're harder to maneuver into a lift.
Yes. How big is the elevator shaft?
I mean,
It's a good question.
why don't we send down
It's about
the
10 feet by 10 feet.
canary? I mean, the rabbit. Why don't we just dangle the rabbit down there as a plumb line to see?
How
see
far
if
the
we
lift?
can-
I could tie a rope around.
That's what I was gonna say, how
Bruce and
far-
lower him down.
Just so, and then if Bruce can kind of yell, and we can bring him back up again real quick. What do you
Okay.
reckon, Bruce?
Sounds great, mate.
See, I said that without me even moving my lips.
Okay.
Um, To be
Like
honest,
that,
he
right?
could
Shall I
probably
cast light
quite
on him, or
easily climb down the chain.
He can see in the dark anyway, can't he? So I don't need to light illuminate him.
So he manages to jump across, grab hold of the chain, and he kind of starts shimmying down. And then you see him sort of like, and then he kind of freezes and comes back up. There's people down there, mate.
How many?
Roughly?
4 guards. I don't know what the fuck they
How
are.
big's the drop?
It's about probably about 30 foot to the top of the elevator.
Alright, not jumpable then with that's too much damage.
Not unless you want to break your leg.
I am.
It is.
I am.
I just want to jump
I
into the room with the sword out and start wailing on people.
I
but-
tear a bit of my shirt off, and I stuff it into my bottle of dwarven whiskey, and I go, "Should we give them a surprise?"
Is that going to do a lot?
I don't know. I'll certainly surprise them.
It will indeed.
May
Never
I
really liked-
suggest we start climbing down before we surprise them, so we're not there climbing down a chain being peppered with arrows.
And
I
also,
pull-
you
I-
probably don't want to go down by yourself.
No.
So,
Well, I just throw it from here.
what? You'd throw it into the elevator shaft.
Oh yeah, that's not going to work, is it? All right. I take the rag out and I stick it in my pocket, thinking I'll stitch it later, and I put the lid back on the whiskey, and I put it back in my pack. We go. All right. I'm not really. We had a tactical guy, but he buggered off in the first inn we got to. Right. I'm just here for jokes, really, to be honest, and stabbing.
Right.
I'm not even good at that.
I'm happy to climb down and just try to ambush them. We
That
know they're
sounds
there.
good.
We know where they are.
You're so brave, Graham.
Right.
And as I say that, I tap him on the shoulder and give him some bardic inspiration.
You
mean-
first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So
I'll-
I'll take the
I'll-
lead and start climbing down.
What's
I'll
everyone's
climb
passive
down behind
perception?
Grim.
14.
I'll
And I
go
tap
behind
you on the
Jeff.
shoulder and don't give you bardic inspiration, but say, try not to kill everyone straight away. We need to get answers from them.
11, my passive perception.
Okay.
I think Astrid has the highest, right?
17.
All right. Let me just move you all.
Astrid should be like ninjaing down there and like. Well, send the bird.
Just let the bird take care of it.
Okay.
Kill
I'm gonna-
everything down
I'm-
there for us.
I'm putting you all
Where's
there
Grandpa?
like that. Okay.
Scroll down.
Okay. Okay.
I'm putting you all there, but you're not. You're basically all around the shaft area. Yeah, around this
Oh.
She
square.
said.
Oh,
I-
You're all,
I'm
You're all
not.
in the
I don't want to
shaft.
go down just yet. I'm going to wait and see what I hear. If It
Okay.
sounds like loads of big people getting killed.
So basically, let me just zoom back in again, make it a bit easier for me to do stuff. So on your way down, you notice that what Bruce had originally thought were 4 guards actually look like 4 armed training dummies. They're stationary, but at first glance you think, "Fuck, yep, there's 4 armored dudes here," but they're stationary. They look like looks like a training room. So I'll just read you the script. Braziers of glowing hot coals stand in the corners of this room, working to offset the cold air that flows through a row of arrow slits in the south wall. Scattered around the room are several training dummies made of wood and sackcloth, as well as 4 freestanding suits of plate armour. A floor-to-ceiling iron cage in the middle of the room contains the elevator shaft, obviously. Chains running up and down away from it. The chains are in constant motion. You hear loud mechanical noises high above and below. So you've got there's 2
You say
chains.
4 standing sets of plate armor.
4 standing suits of plate armor. Yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
wish I'd set fire to it now.
It's your lucky day.
Is it dwarf size or is it
or-
Lizette size?
It is dwarf size. Yes.
So take 2 and improvise.
We expect them to be animated.
Pixar.
Do you?
I'm going to see the plate armor. I'm going to hop down and start looking at one to see whether I can steal any elements of it to upgrade my armor.
I'm sort of hanging down and I go, what do you see down there? What do you see?
Training dummies.
Armor.
Is it safe?
Oh,
Yes.
I'll
Is
Seems to be.
All right.
Perfectly safe.
I try to look heroic as I kind of fireman's pole my way down.
a chain.
Yeah. And shall I roll the dexterity to see how that works?
That's,
12.
that's a dexterity save.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
3.
I don't know if it makes a difference. But... it's definitely on brand, that 9, isn't it?
Okay, so are you dropping down, are you?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of jump, like, acting as if I'm a hero.
Give me a number between 1 and 4.
3.
Okay. So you jump out, you grab hold of the chain, and you slide down. You manage to keep enough grip on the chain to not break your legs, but you do take a point of damage as you strip the skin off of your hands.
Not again. When will I learn?
That's right, never.
Smart, but no common sense, no wisdom. I try and act like that didn't happen.
Graham's going to walk up to this suit of armor, and Graham's going to take the helmet off.
What's the performance for?
Acting like it didn't hurt.
Oh, right, okay. You're relatively nonchalant. You're like, fuck.
I meant to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
All right,
you were taking a helmet off. Sorry.
Okay, and at that point, let us roll some initiative.
Ah,
That
it's
was
a car.
Let me clear.
Curse your inevitable
Someone had to
betrayal.
do it.
I did say I went straight to examine one of the suits to see whether I can put steel bits for myself.
Yes, but you didn't touch it.
I did.
You didn't say that you touched it. You said you were
I said,
examining
I'm
it.
taking off the bits and seeing whether I can use them for my own.
Oh, I didn't hear that. In that case, just roll initiative
But,
anyway.
but
Because
we can do both anyway.
Yeah. Let me.
Very nice. Good roll, Graham. That's 2 bad rolls tonight out of 2 so far.
Gonna have to
Welcome to my world.
I like it here.
I just spent my best roll on an initiative roll, which I don't want to go first.
Admittedly, mine was on an investigation check
Yeah,
to show
you
that I
crit
couldn't investigate.
Okay, and we'll do Bruce initiative as well.
Is it card, mate?
A 19 out of 6.
Ooh.
And let's
Hawk.
do descending. Alan gets to go first.
So what's actually happening? Because
So basically, as the suit of armor or a suit of armor is touched, all 4 of them start clanking and moving towards you.
You've activated the danger room.
Good God. Okay. Oh, out. E. That's not what I wanted to do. Push the I button. You can see 1 foot short. Okay. I panic and attempt to disguise myself as one of the suits of armor.
It's a great turn. A 10 out
Well-
of 10.
I don't want them to attack me.
I'm just waiting to. Are they dwarf-sized suits of armor?
I can make myself a
Judge your
foot
body
shorter,
type.
so
They are.
There's just
you
going to
can't
be one
judge your
bigger
body
suit of
type.
armor than the rest of them.
I attempt to make myself as small as I can be within that spell's thing. So I'm a 5 foot tall suit of armor.
So
I want
to
to be
discern,
confused.
to discern
big
that
one!
you're to discern that you are disguised, a creature can use this action. Use its action to inspect your appearance and must succeed on intelligence. Okay. So let them all make an intelligence save then. Okay.
I'm a suit of armor.
And
and
if the rest of the team want to try and discern whether you are actually a suit of armor or not, they'll have to pass an intelligence. I mean, ultimately, they know where you are and who you are. So
I whisper,
the chances are they probably-
I'm not really a suit of armor. It's just a spell. And I wander around the room. Are these 10-foot squares or 5-foot squares?
They're 5.
Ten.
Oh,
The
5.
10, sorry. Yeah.
They're 10.
They are
Okay.
10.
Okay. In that case, I kind of wander the other side of Lizette away from the armor and go, I'm not real armor. It's me, Alan. And that's the end of my go.
Amazing.
Because I don't do any damage. It's just I'm just here for fun.
I am going to fire 2 shots at this bottom suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
17. That's a miss, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Good grief.
Oh god.
Oh god.
That's a hit.
23. Woohoo! And then Toby's gonna do a flyby attack on that one next to Lizette.
Let me just. So which one? It was that one.
The
there,
one that
wasn't
got
it?
8 damage is that
So-
one, yeah.
Okay. And the one-
And then 2 still more damage than me
okay.
on that one, provided that 20 hits.
It does
I hope
indeed.
does.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna hit that big old button. There you go.
Okay. Which one's this one? This one. So the one nearest to Grem, or whose helmet he tried to take, suddenly lunges forward.
My
Now they're not armed. Okay, so they're just basically using gauntlets. Yeah. So punches
Still
at you
going.
with like a double punch, for a 9 and an 8. Total haymakers. You're like, hey, whoa, and
Stop it.
yeah, get out of here, Bruce. What does Bruce do?
Thunder punch.
Yeah, I mean, Thunder Punches are pretty solid.
He hops
I know.
up to one, punches
Plan.
them, and does bunny things.
Let me just say, where is he? I can't even fucking see him because
In the shaft.
Oh yeah, so he is. So he just kind of hops forward and tries to Thunder Punch this one in the nuts.
Thunder. Oh.
Where's his attack for Thunder Punch? Thunder Gauntlets. Yep, that is a hit. For 13 points of thunder damage. One of the pieces of armor goes spinning away. What would be the cod piece just goes spinning away into slams up against the wall. And then he hops away.
He gets two. Does he get 2 attacks?
He does actually,
Does.
yeah, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you could right. Good point. Do another thunder. It's a miss. He can disengage. Can he disengage as a
He can disengage. There was something
as a
that allows him
bonus
to do it. I
action,
think
isn't
it's
it? Yeah.
I think it's the bunny kind of
Yeah.
like fucking thing.
So he kind of hops away again. And having just been punched in the nuts, tries to attack.
Thing will crit me twice and knock me out.
Lizette with 12 and an 11.
Miss and a miss.
Okay. And this one here. 5.
It would have been at disadvantage as well if Bruce punched it.
Unless it attacked him. That doesn't matter. It missed him.
There we go. Lizette.
I'm going to take a big swing at this one right next to me. 21
There's a hit.
for 13 slashing damage. Is it still around?
The pieces of armor just clatter to the floor in pieces.
It's a goner.
And shout it. Do you repent?
And I'm
And
like,
the next one.
that's the way to do it.
Natural one.
Swing and a miss.
I think to myself, she's learning. She's learning. Let's hope for another yet.
I hit it first and then asked.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a multi-stage process. There are 12
Getting there.
steps.
getting there.
Murderers Anonymous.
Any further actions?
That's me, I'm afraid.
Okay.
End your turn then, Lizard.
Oh yeah, that button.
End thy turn.
Grim.
Don't forget you got Bardic Inspiration there.
Yep. I also have normal inspiration that I've not used at all.
Oh, nice.
But I'm going to sit on that for even longer because I can. And I'm also just going to attack this fucking suit of armor in front of me recklessly because that's what I do.
Because that's what.
21, 26.
Both hit.
That is nice.
I'm not raging, so that's 10 damage.
10, yeah.
And then 17.
27.
Oh.
Smash into it, denting the breastplate heavily. It is still upright and still animated, however.
Okay, I'm just going to wander around it and get to the kind of like far corner of it so I'm further away from that other one.
That's max damage for you, isn't it? 17.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
12
I was
plus
just
5.
working out. Mine's the same max damage.
Mhm.
The great sword. But
So 5,
Most I can ever do is 8.
15,
Oh, I'm a bard.
25.
Squares of 10, remember?
Ah, yes.
Yep. And I have to punch you twice. For 90, you didn't. Did you attack recklessly?
Mm-hmm.
So it's got advantage. Okay, so a 19 and a 20.
Both hit.
30 damage, 40 damage.
So you take 16 bludgeoning damage.
Uh-huh.
You take 8 damage.
No, he's not raging.
Oh.
So he
Oh,
does-
of course.
Okay.
Harsh.
Alan.
Ow.
Okay, seeing that Grem's just been slapped about a bit, I don't like that. I read the thing about disguise self. It doesn't say anything that I can't attack and stuff. It's pretty OP spell. So
Yeah.
in that
I think
case,
they'd understand it was you if you started hitting them.
I, as subtly as I can, try to make how people can throw their voices.
Yeah.
I tried to make it seem that 2 vials of acid have come from Astrid, not me, and throw them to hit. No, not this one. No, that's Graham. To hit there and there. So there
Okay.
and there. So I must click acid splash, and if they fail a dexterity 15,
The suits of armor, I'd hope
Dave?
they do.
they take 6 damage each.
Okay. Make me a deception check.
Ooh, nice.
Leave the suits of armor.
Deceptive
So-
AF.
What's the damage they take?
6 if they fail.
Acid.
Yeah.
Each takes 6 damage.
But a scratch.
Probably. Oh, end of turn. Oh
One
no!
of them slowly
Finish
begins
one
to
off.
dissolve as it clatters to the floor.
Don't damage the armor, I need that.
And I go, oops. I mean, oops. I try to make it sound like an armor person would make. I am an armor. Oops.
Tove.
Right, I am going to fire 2 arrows off at the one next to Lizette.
Okay.
Try and hit it.
Yeah.
Is a it's a crit as
Crit.
well.
Yeah.
So what's that?
13.
13, yeah.
And I am going to re-roll the damage off of my first hit because it was a 1.
Mhm.
That's what, D8. Woo! It's actually 16.
Nice.
No, it's more
Okay.
than that.
Is it?
It's
Oh,
20.
sorry.
Yeah, because that's your normal dice damage. Then you need to
Yeah.
plus the 4 to it. So yeah, 20.
Oh, sorry, yeah, quite
Okay.
right.
Even better.
Boom.
2 arrows are now sprouting from its breastplate.
I'm going to fire the other arrow off at that one over there. And it misses.
This one here.
Swing and a miss.
Yep.
Okay.
Too far for me.
Okay.
And then Tove's gonna attack the one next to Lizette. Do.
Mm,
Well done, Tove.
Oh dear.
Tove clatters into it and it just falls apart. That one is dead. So Bruce's turn.
Thunder punch.
Hoppity hop.
Cool. Go on, Bruce.
Yes.
For
18 points.
18 points of thunder damage.
Thunder.
It's a good damage type to have.
As another codpiece goes spinning across the room and clatters into the wall. And then he hops away again. And that one's dead. Remove it from the turn order. That one's dead. Remove it from the turn order. Is that
20. 30 feet. Repent, you suit of giant armor. Fuck. 13 slashing.
I'm beginning to sense
I'm assuming the
some
14
sarcasm here.
Oops. And another suit of armor
Yay.
clatters to the floor. And silence.
I stop being in suit of armor because I don't
One
want
more.
turns and just like,
I don't want to get told to repent. Phew, I go, it's all right, I repent, I repent.
Can I pick up one of the helmets? And I'm just gonna pick up one of the helmets and then look at the suit of armor as this is all I wanted.
You just wanted
Away
the
with
helmet.
it. I'm just gonna pocket this helmet for no reason whatsoever.
is this armor in any way usable for a Lizette-sized plate? With modification, or like, is it worth me taking a suit of ill-fitting dwarf plate mail?
How tall are you?
Lizette is 6 foot tall.
It's designed for somebody who's about 4'5". So you would probably need 2 suits.
We've got 4.
To be able to, but it would need modification from somebody who has the ability to make armor. So an armourer or a smithy
Or an artificer with smith's tools. A forge.
Where we
Yeah, I
currently
mean,
are.
you would definitely need a forge, but and you definitely need somebody who's skilled in making armor or modifying armor.
He made a giant thunder punching suit.
He made an Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, yes.
I'd say we definitely want to look after this stuff because it might be useful. But,
Yeah. I'm more than fine carrying the armor around with me.
I
think
put in the group loot 2 suits of dwarven plate armor.
I attempt to prod with my toe or my shoe, the one I've melted a bit with the acid, and go, you probably don't want to mess with that one.
It clatters and sizzles a little bit.
That
Is there
one
anything interesting in the
that
room?
Astrid threw acid at.
No, I mean, it's just broken training dummies, essentially.
Shame.
Can we take a short rest here?
You finally got hurt.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not half health, but I've been hurt, yes.
Lizette
been
will come over,
punched.
look at your face, and it's like, how badly hurt are you?
On a scale of 53 and then 27.
If we want, if you want to just song of rest, we can just chill.
Yeah, like,
Or I can drop 10 points of lay on hands on you.
I mean, we can use that in combat. Like, we can have a short rest and use hit
Okay.
dice.
Yeah,
please.
it's action. It's one of my. It's basically an action to use. So
Like I get 2 bardic inspiration back if we have a short rest. I feel
While you're having a rest, I'm
More
going to go
inspiration.
and have a short beer rest.
a short beer rest.
Yeah, it looks like we're
Sounds
having a
like-
short rest anyway. Let's do
I'm gonna
that.
Okay.
finish
I
the
should
rest
be
of my
back.
cold coffee off.
I'm unhurt for once. I like this send grim first.
So I roll a d6, is that right? With Song
Yeah,
of
you
Rest.
roll
I
a
linked it. I
D6.
didn't read it.
Now, anyone who uses hit dice can roll an additional d6.
Oh, so I've got to use hit dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I only took 1 damage, so I'm not going to use hit dice or a d6.
If you only touch one, Lizette comes and just pokes you in it, and it feels better.
Oh, somehow I feel better and worse at the same time. I wink.
Couldn't even use all my hit dice. Big pog.
Oh shit, that was close.
I'm tempted. Hold on, I'm going to get a bucket of peanut butter and some cracker breads.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh yeah.
I had some almost pizza for tea.
Almost pizza. What is
Yeah.
What
almost
made it
pizza?
almost pizza?
It didn't have any bread in it. It was the low dough kind of fake low carb.
Oh,
nonsense.
okay.
It's all right though. I mean, I still had cheese and pepperoni and jalapenos and
Very nice.
Is it
very small amount of sauce.
Is it low gluten?
Yeah, it's that gluten-free stuff. Low dough,
so
you can get it on Amazon.
Adam would have been able to have it as well.
Yeah. It's all right. Like if you resign yourself to just not eat bread again, then low dough's pretty good. But if you eat pizza and someone gives you a slice of this, you'll be like, "What is this cardboard?" It all depends where you're coming from, basically.
I'm not supposed to eat too much. I'm allowed to eat bread. I'm not supposed to eat too much of it.
So it should be like wholemeal,
But,
I guess. I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I usually go for the superseded kind of stuff, so it's like
That's good stuff.
high fiber and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And my dad was diabetic, so he was all in the wholemeal and all that sort of jive. Well, we all had to have it because he had it,
Yeah. I'm diabetic, so you can all suffer with me.
Yeah, we were all going to have the diabetic diet.
There are so many fucking useful things that I keep forgetting to fucking use. What the fuck is wrong with me? Like,
Do you know,
I've got this. I never use that. And I've also got fucking danger sense. I need to remember I have both of those things.
Wow, they're really good.
They're really helpful.
I mean, I've been dying to just disguise myself as someone for about 3 months. So I was just like, right.
It's the first time I used the re-roll damage.
Yes, it was.
Because I too kept forgetting.
And I think I should be giving you bardic inspiration, really, because you could be a bit of a powerhouse.
I suck.
Well, no,
But yeah,
I'm sure you could do some serious damage. It's dice rolls, isn't it?
Yes, if I connect and say if the enemy's got a low AC and I use sharpshooter, I could do a decent amount of damage.
Whereas
But
if
I just
It was
rarely
the same
do.
with fucking Keglos in the other campaign, right? Great
Yeah.
weapon, fucking fighting and shit.
I can do massive amounts of damage if I connect.
And it's undead. That
If
helps.
if I hit with my dagger, I can do 5 damage. If I hit with vicious mockery, I can do 8, but it does actually debuff them, which is pretty good.
If I hit something that's undead, it's just gone.
Game over.
It's
And
undead.
if I
dead.
crit,
Yeah.
drop a smite as well, because then you double all your smite dice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, Grem is probably the least likely target for Bardic Inspiration the majority of the time.
Is
Because
he
Grem's
reckless?
pretty much
Yeah.
never going to attack without Reckless.
I need to remember that for now. I think pass it to Astrid because I think the martial characters you've got pretty good strength scores. I'm guessing so. My
I
dex
have
is
a
12.
decent strength, but shit dice don't help.
I want this to be like Baldur's Gate, where I just find a belt and it just gives me 18 dexterity. Just takes you from being like.
So a girdle of hill
clumsy.
giant strength is what you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, so suddenly I put this on, I'm like, that's why I was interested in that mech suit upstairs. I wanted to get in it and go, get away from her, you bitch.
Gauntlets of ogre power would be another good one.
I'm going to say that's what Ella used to have. She went from being a dexterity fighting gnome to being a strength fighting gnome, and she found some gauntlets of ogre power.
Awesome.
I need to locate a gilded acorn.
Well,
Alright.
perhaps when we get near end game and we can get silly with it, you'll find something that turn me suddenly into like Stabby McStab face. Because at the moment I'm Slippery McMiss face.
I've read reviews about this module, and magical loot wise,
It's not.
there's not
shit.
there's
Okay,
not a
that's
huge
fair enough.
amount. I will say that.
I think the only magical weapon that we're going to see this entire campaign is the one that we passed up by letting that druid go.
Probably. It had a decent weapon.
Possibly.
What was it had?
It was made of ice. It would have just melted.
It was an enchanted
Like a
weapon.
conjured
It was a-
weapon that the druid would have conjured itself.
It was
perhaps.
a frost brand.
Uh-huh.
But it would have been a total party kill if we tried to fight the druid.
It was
I
an
guess.
icicle.
Either
Okay.
that or a
Ice sickle.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
rest.
icicle.
let's just
Yeah,
get rid of
that's
that.
right.
Get rid of the turn order. There we go. I'll get rid of these things as well. There you go. I also need to just quickly find out how much XP they're worth.
No, I always said you could never trust.
50,000? No, not
Does
tell
the
Adam
bunny
we
miss
all
out
leveled
because
up.
he wasn't here?
No, I'm not that cruel.
He was here. He thunder punched.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. So
I would argue he contributed more than Alan.
Right, I'll have Alan's XP then.
Yeah,
it's
fine.
Uh,
Hopefully, I'll just get some
Oh,
for
whoops.
RP.
Oopsie.
Right.
Yeah, don't
Should
give
we
me
start
XP, just give
looking
me
around?
RP. You've investigated, haven't you? Someone did an investigation around
I
here.
did. Yeah, there's nothing
Astrid.
in the room. Yeah.
Is there there is a door? Okay, there is.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
door.
Other than
we're
the door.
looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
you're.
I
you're
mean, even
filling
without
the room.
investigation, you
I was
should
gonna
be
say-
able to see where a door is.
Yeah, definitely.
You should. But
Passive
Okay.
perception of 1.
I'm going to say,
Avion
let's
Extract.
just
What a
average
quality
smart.
name. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Right, okay. So let's just do
I have a
Avion
17
Extract.
intelligence.
What a
That's
quality
pretty
name.
smart, isn't it?
Yeah, that's very smart.
But I like to say this guy has no common sense because he's got 11 wisdom.
I mean, that's still that's above average.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
no, it's average.
Oh, okay.
10's average, is it not? Well,
Well,
9. 'cause it's
11,
3 dice.
0.
He's not terribly old, so let's say he's
Like,
not
plus
bloody
0
old.
to your modifier.
Thought 11 was plus 1.
No,
Oh, no, it's 12. That's
That's
plus 1.
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 12 decks.
Nice.
On him.
Right.
So are you?
Well done, mate.
We are. Thank you very much. We are a great bunch of folks. We are.
I would be advancing down the hallway.
yeah. I'll
Okay.
go to the end, look the one way,
I'm just.
assuming Grim's going to look the other, and then just turn around and see he's walked out into the middle of the corridor. And say,
So you just basically see a huge long corridor stretching east to west. To the west, east, sorry, there's a double set of double doors. Right in front of you, there's a set of double doors, and then the corridor stretches out to the west for as far as you can see in the semi-darkness.
I don't know about you guys, but I say we go left.
I say right.
Oof.
I say
Ah.
straightforward.
Why don't we toss a coin?
Fight!
Why don't we toss a coin? And
It makes more sense to go straight up from here.
1 left, 2 straight on, 3 right.
okay,
Oh. The
Left.
dice are not with me.
left it is.
There we go.
I'm just going to look carefully to see if anything looks out of place in that corridor, like a tripwire or anything like that.
Make me an investigation check.
And Lizette starts walking as he leans out.
A pox on your investigation.
10.
Pretty much just like, I investigated the last corridor. It's fine.
It looks fine
Cannot
to me
see
too.
any tripwires, loose blocks, or anything.
What's this to
Okey-doke.
the south of where Graham is right now?
Well, funny you should say that. There's a portcullis, and if you look through the portcullis, that is basically a huge chimney, which leads up and down. Up, if you look up, you see the sky. If you look down, you can see the glow of what looks to be a forge. Yes.
Or we could
That
sneak in
makes
through
sense.
the fire.
I make a nautical pun and go, if a portcullis is on the right, is it called a starboard cullis?
And my character has no idea about anything about the sea. He goes, what?
And I go,
Huh?
tough crowd.
Graham pushes this door open.
Oh, fuck. I was just about to take a drink. Hang on.
Graham
do
sees
that
the
to me.
portcullis, sees no way of opening it, so just pushes the door open. I mean, there could have been a way to open the portcullis, but you didn't describe one, so I assumed there was not.
Am I right in thinking this leads back to where we were before?
I have no idea.
Before we went up in the lift, if we keep walking down that corridor.
Shit, let me move
Maybe.
that, and then dynamic lighting, and remove the doors. Boop. I shall read you the description.
Ooh.
Okay, as you peer in, 3 braziers heaped with glowing coals illuminate and heat this long hall. At the eastern end is a hexagonal stone table surrounded by 6 stone chairs. Seated in the chair facing the door is a haggard old Durgar with a long that long black hair streaked with ribbons of white, fingernails like shards of iron. She's currently devouring a hearty buffet of cooked meats, mushrooms, and strange other underdark fare. Lurking next to her is a small mechanical dragon made of a shiny black substance. Hunched over the hot stove in the west side of the room are 3 Durgar cooks. At the sight of you, they drop their utensils, reach for their weapons, but the old Durgar says something in Dwarvish that keeps them at bay.
As I was the one that opened the door, I would step through and try talking common to the dwarf and say, "Can I join
Does anyone
you?"
speak Dwarfish? Like, does anyone
Speak
understand?
normal Dwarfish.
Sit. Come, sit, have some food. She
Graham-
speaks in common,
Okay.
although
Not-
somewhat broken, but
What
with
did
a
she say
thick
in Dwarf?
accent.
Go. What did she say? That's Astrid.
Yeah, if she spoke normal Dwarfish,
She's
I would,
speaking common.
know. No, before.
Oh.
What did you say before? If she was speaking in normal Dwarvish.
Stand your ground, you fools.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Well, as Graham got invited in to sit down and have food, Graham would go in and sit down and have food. So I will sit at the table, which I'm assuming is kind of about here.
I'll stand back, looking
Okay.
grumpy.
I am
So
concerned.
the main course
He's great.
looks. You would probably say that before she'd eaten half of it, this looked like a large brain with some legs and stuff. She's ripped a leg off and she's currently eating on it, but the main body is looks like a brain.
Is it an intellect devourer, basically?
I don't know. Do you know what an intellect devourer is?
Ben does. Ben has used lots of them lots of times. Lizette won't have a clue.
Then Lizette doesn't know what it is.
Graham would question, "What on earth are you eating?"
It's a fine feast. You find these all over the Underdark. The Illithids don't really like you stealing them. It's their pets, but they make good eating. She rips another leg off and starts chewing on the thigh part of it.
I look at Astrid and as if to sort of, with an eyebrow raised,
Tuck in.
and go,
Does it taste like normal
and I
brain? That's not brain.
mouth the words, "What is
You're going to have a taste of it.
they're eating?"
It doesn't look very
Yeah.
appetizing.
Okay, so what, are you going for a leg or are you going for a bit
I'll
of brain?
take a bite out of the brain.
Okay, you take a big old, you grab a handful and just bite it. It's kind of a little greasy in it. It's almost like it's got a thin layer of ash covering it. And it's kind of it doesn't taste horrible, but it certainly isn't as delicious as she seems to be finding it. It's a little bit bland, as though, it just doesn't really taste of anything but ash. It's kind of got like a powdery kind of, it's quite weird. It's not stale or poisonous or anything like that. It just doesn't really taste that nice. But she's like proper tucking into it and is like, nom nom nom. She pushes a cup of wine over to you. Drink.
Can we take a drink?
The wine is actually pretty good. It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is pretty good wine.
Graham would compliment, say the wine is very good. Can I ask who you are, what you're doing here?
I live here.
And may I inquire what your name is?
You can. Grandolpha is my name.
Out of character, do we know anything about Grandolpha?
Yes, the one that we killed then resurrected, who was being good to us, said he had an allegiance to Grandolpha Musgar.
Ah,
So he didn't like Zardok or whatever his name is,
it's Zardarok.
Zardarok, but liked this. So if you were listening to that dude, you'd know that.
I very much was.
Yeah. Then that would be mentioned. And my ears, my fine elven ears prick up when I hear Grandolpha, and And I look in my notes.
Well, that's interesting. We may have run into someone that has an allegiance with you earlier within the castle.
Lizette just kind of walks slowly and starts pacing backwards and forwards.
What's wrong with her? She looks a bit tense.
She has trouble not fighting people that end up in the same place as people that we're already fighting.
I've lost you. Sorry.
She lumps everyone in together. So as we're here fighting the people here, she thinks everyone needs to be fought.
Ah, I see. So, by me merely living here, I'm evil and should be killed. According to her. No.
Yes.
Well, it's good to know that you're kind of, you have more of an open demeanour and willingness to be more open-minded, I think. Yes.
I feel
You just hear muttering like in the background. I'm gonna repent.
I feel everyone is person by person basis, and I thank you for inviting me for food, and I will hand her a little bear paw icon. Just hand her this and say just a little token.
Oh, gift.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Whittled it myself.
What does it do?
Not much. It's just effectively an idol, and it is just kind of like an idol that I associate with myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you a god?
Tempting to be.
Noble cause. Okay, well, thank you very much. She pours. There's a big flagon or jug type thing, which she then pours into a tankard, and it's just basically green slop with a slight fizz to it, whether it's some kind of ale or whatever, and she just like knocks it back. And I mean, it looks fucking rank. It's got lumps in it and all that kind of, but she knocks it back as if it's just, the finest of ale. She wipes her mouth, grabs the final leg off of the unfortunate beast on the table and starts gnawing on its thigh. No, feel free to help yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to beat around the bush here too much. We are here to effectively dethrone Zardarok.
Oh, that's a noble and probably dangerous task, but nonetheless, I admire your bravery. Yep. Yes.
So that is kind of our plan here. Do you have any information which would actually help us on this course?
I don't know where he is at the moment. The last I saw him, which was a day or so ago, he was in the forge, which is below.
Yes.
You'll probably have to take an elevator. There's elevators to the south of here.
Okay.
He's got a pet. I say it's a pet. It's kind of like a dragon, but it's not actually a dragon.
Do you describe it? How many legs? How many wings?
No, it has wings. It looks like a dragon. It moves like a dragon. But it's made from something called chardalin.
Oh.
He's programmed the dragon to follow a pre-arranged flight plan, but I don't know what it is. I just overheard him talking about it. I was passing the war room when he was talking to his colleagues about it and his son.
We also need to kill his son.
I'm listening in.
Well, I'm pretty sure that if you kill him, his son will turn up. Or if you find his son and kill his son, he will turn up pretty shortly afterwards. Finding them both together. They don't tend to be together very much, but they will defend each other.
Do they get on, these two?
I suppose. You're an elf, aren't you? So he probably wouldn't. If they were humans, his son would be a petulant teenager, I suppose. In that kind of father-son relationship, they do love each other dearly, but they again antagonize each other with the way that they act and things that they say and do.
I'm listening in. Do I believe? I said as I'm pacing, I'm listening to the words she's saying. Do I believe she's dropping any falsehoods or anything? Or
Make me an investigation.
Insight?
No, insight. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, insight.
She doesn't appear to be telling any lies.
What do I know? What does Alan know about the history and culture of Durgars? Are they the kind of some histories in Faerun, some cultures, sorry, are very much son kills the father because they want power. You know, is this a Durgar trait?
They're the dwarf equivalent of Dark Elves, yeah? So they live in the Underdark, as do the Dark Elves. They're, I wouldn't say inherently evil, but they're not inherently good. They tend to err on the side of evil, but in the same way that Dark Elves are supposed to be evil, but then Drizzt was not an evil. He's a well-known Dark Elf that wasn't evil. Yeah.
Yes.
So there are always exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, they're not particularly good because they're denizens of the Underdark, and that's kind of
Diet Coke of evil, just one.
I'm just wondering. I wonder to myself, and I might share this with the group when we're not around. I'm looking for her name in my notes. Grandolpha. I wonder if we can use that in some way to manipulate him to fight, not alongside us, but to fight his own father and make it a little bit easier. I wonder. I'm planning and scheming. And
Did you say that aloud? Sorry, did you say that aloud?
I'm scheming, but at the moment the Grandolpha's not around, I would probably say that to the party.
Well, at the moment our quest is pretty clear. Effectively, we're just a little bit lost. This place is a bit of a maze to people that haven't been around these parts. Would either you or some of your people here be able to kind of like show us the way to get to an elevator that will take us where we need to go?
The Mudsguard clan has no allegiance to Zardarok's clan, although he has tempted or tried to tempt us with alliances between the two clans. I've thought about it, but I haven't agreed to anything, and he certainly hasn't offered anything that would sway me either way at the moment. She holds up a little. It's like a tiny dragon, that's black, made of shiny black. He gave Shardolin gave me. He gave me this as a gift, and I don't really know what to do with it. It kind of hangs around, and it looks nice, but it doesn't really do anything to me. It kind of like has little wings in it. Flaps. Doesn't actually look like a full-on dragon.
May I have a look at that? I ask.
Yeah, it can be a bit bitey if you're not careful.
I'm very good with animals.
Perhaps Grem, if it's bitey, perhaps Grem might want to have a look at it.
I mean,
I want to get close enough to sense how magical it might be. That's what I wanted to do, really. So I wonder if I could get any sense of that by standing next to Grem while he's holding it. Because you said it's a statue, right? It's not a...
No.
It's alive.
It's
It's alive. Right, okay. In that case, no. I misunderstood. That looks pretty magical. I don't even have to do an Arcana check.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try and ascertain what it is, if any of you want to do like either nature or
I wouldn't know where to start with nature.
Or Arcana, I'd allow an Arcana check.
I could do an Arcana check.
It is vaguely magical, I suppose.
But it may be better to do a nature check. Do you want to do a nature check, Astra?
Can do.
Your nature's probably better than mine, to be fair.
You reckon?
Yeah, because you got high intelligence.
Oh yeah.
Aren't you a ranger?
Oh, okay. I do a nature check. 16.
It's a pseudo dragon.
Pseudo dragon.
They're kind of. Let me just find a.
You would have learnt about that in your bard college.
I would have done. I know all about pseudo dragon. I'm just trying to remember a minute. Hold on, give me a second while Scott looks it up. This is a pseudo dragon. Where is it in my notes? Pseudo dragon. P or is it S?
So they're usually elusive, and they tend to dwell in quiet places. This one, most pseudo dragons tend to be kind of red browny in color. This is like shiny black. It looks like a tiny dragon, tiny black dragon, but it isn't really it as far as well. Most people don't know huge amounts of them because they're not that common, but they're not as powerful as dragons because they're tiny. They're they are classed as tiny dragons. So yeah, they literally sit on the palm of the hand, that kind of small. They're not very big at all.
But
They
it's
do
made
have-
of shardolite.
They do have keen senses. They are known to be resistant to magic, and they also have a limited telepathy as well.
Oh.
Do they speak Draconic?
They do, yeah.
Gren can talk to it.
Nice. Go for it, man.
Oh dear. I'm just going to ask her if I can talk to it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just
I
start
can't
speaking
guarantee
to
that he'll want to answer you.
I'll speak to the dragon in Draconic.
Mhm.
And I'll ask it if it knows the castle very well, and if it could guide us, if it would be so kind.
Shakes its head.
Oh, well, that's no use. Would you like some food?
Kind of looks at the table, looks at you, nods frantically.
I pull out just kind of like a handful of just like meat that Grim, I assume, always has, just fucking
Yep.
meat just for no reason,
It's
and just
fine.
kind of like hold it out for it.
Like kind of grabs a piece and starts tucking into it. Oh, he likes that. I don't understand why he doesn't like this feast that I've got in front of me. He just turns his nose up at it every time.
And Lizette goes, "Because you're eating evil food."
No. Is that
How is
really?
food?
Remember the
Uh,
steps. Step one.
As I said, I'm very used to animals. I have like a pack of sleigh dogs and stuff that we take care of, so these
Where
are
are
things
they?
that I'm very used to.
You're good with creatures. That's
Yes.
good. That's good.
Anyway, I think it's about time that we get on our way. We need to get to one of these elevators, and I think we're going to start off with Zardarok's son. So, would you be able to guide us in the right direction?
Let me think. As I look at the map. The elevator to the southeast will take you to the. Let me try and find it. It'll take you to the south of the forge. So if you take that elevator, you'll have to head north.
Okay.
There are creatures in the area as you leave the elevator room. It's most likely you'll find Zardarok around that area. Although he tends to. He doesn't stay in one place. He likes to pace. He likes to, he likes to sort of look around and strut and blow his chest out. Like typical. Oh, look at me, roar. All to the southwest, the elevator will take you to an area where he currently has. He's been capturing denizens from the Underdark, and he's captured a Myconid sovereign, a king, if you like, and he's using it to create spores to raise an army. He's hoping to use them to unleash havoc upon Icewind Dale.
Would any of us know what the Myconid is?
Mushroom dudes we met
The
in the last
mushroom
fortress.
dude. Similar
Right.
to the ones you saw in the last fortress, yes.
Okay. More mushroom bastards. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
The spores of this mushroom king can reanimate corpses.
Oh,
Oh, brilliant.
No,
good reanimation.
really
Like,
not
hey,
brilliant. No.
I remember everything about my past life. Or bad reanimation. I want to bite you.
Think undead mushroom zombie and you're getting close.
That sounds like I wouldn't want that on a pizza.
Well, that sounds fantastic.
No.
Well,
Quattro formaggi, not
My
for me.
Myconid pizza is probably not the best pizza.
No.
Okay, well, I think that's pretty much everything that we're gonna get from this conversation. So I would thank you for your hospitality, but I feel we have a job to do here, so we'll need to get a move on.
Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you very much.
To be honest, if you could get rid of the Sunblight clan, it would be quite nice to be able to call this my real home.
Ah.
That is actually a good question. How would we tell the difference between your clan and their clan to try and avoid casualties?
They're red and we're
The
blue.
Sunblight clan usually wear the armour with a symbol, and I wish I could tell you what it is.
Oh,
Bear with me a sec.
Is it a sun being smothered by a pillow?
I pull out my writing implement and say, "Can you draw it for us?"
It looks like the Fist of Helm, but where the Fist of Helm has an eye in it, it has a sun.
Oh. Okay.
They will attack you on sight.
I'll walk over and say, "What would you do if you were in this fortress?"
I'd call it home.
And then,
Raise my clan here.
and then,
Well, we have no quarrel with the Dale or any of the denizens of it. We're not strong enough to take over here. We don't have the
so it's a matter of
manpower.
strength, not will, not
It's
choice.
a matter of numbers.
And I just go to Graham and go, "Needs to repent."
Repent for what?
Oh,
The
dear.
Zet's already wandering off at this point.
Don't worry. I try to sort of say to Muska, she's. It's a long process. She's a recovering evangelist.
Recovering paladin.
She's working through some issues.
Is there anything that you could give us that we could show to your clan just so we could avoid conflict if that would come about?
You hear from the outside the corridor, "Ahead!"
I can't go with you, dearie. Sorry. Sorry, I've got to find the room number again because I can't fucking remember where you were. Scroll.
So I've now got a pretty reliable. Did she draw a picture for me? Have I got a pretty reliable picture of what it looks like? This.
No, she didn't draw a map.
It's a fist with a sun on it.
She oh yeah, no. So basically, there's a symbol of Helm. It's well known. Okay,
Yeah.
the symbol of Helm is like a Helm, the all-seeing eye. So it's a gauntlet with an eye. Yeah, but this has like a sun with rays coming off of it instead.
Right on.
Hang on.
Oh, while you're chatting, I take out my forgery kit and I try to put that logo on my chest, on my armor.
You're not a dwarf.
No, but I'm part of the auxiliary elven detachment.
If you were dark elf, maybe, but
Okay,
you're just a normal elf.
I am not going to change my appearance to look like a dark elf because that would
We'll
get
get
me
banned from
cancelled.
Netflix.
That would get me cancelled. Yeah,
You can't blackface. It's not okay.
Yeah. that would get me cancelled, and I don't, you know.
She reaches into her hair, runs a hand through her hair, and pulls a shiny black feather, which she she places on the table in front of you, Grem. Show them that. There are some of the Sunblight clan who are, shall we say, sensitive to our cause.
Mm-hmm.
Not all those that don't attack you on sight may
Yep.
indeed be friends.
Hear that, Lizette? And yell out into the corridor.
Well,
I still
Sorry,
deserve
what?
to die.
this has been most helpful, and I thank you very much. I will take it, and I will try and kind of like affix the feather to kind of like the kind of like strap of leather that I'm wearing, kind of like across my chest.
That
I thought you were
will
going to Rambo style it then, just like a.
that will definitely mean that my clan will not attack you. However, some of the Sunblight it may make them a little more angry than they would usually be.
Oh, fantastic. I get very angry when we fight anyway, so that's no difference
My
to me.
resistance to Zardrock, while it's not openly seen as outright warfare, is not looked upon favourably. The fact that I am not his puffing and fluffing his chest and offering strange little creatures hasn't made me jump in bed with him, shall we say. It doesn't go down well.
Yeah, it's okay. Gonna shove my axe down his throat anyway, so it doesn't matter too much
The
longer.
enemy of our friend.
Oh, give it a good twist from me as
The
well.
friend of our the enemy of our enemy is our friend. I said it incorrect.
Yeah.
As the saying
And
goes.
Grem would get up and just start walking out.
Okay. And she just starts packing in again, pours herself another glass of that disgusting green slop, downs it in one, and starts eating again. Okay.
Kind of pacing in and out, up and down outside the room. It's like, they are evil. You heard them say it. The only thing stopping them from doing the same as the other is numbers and strength.
Well, we can come back and kind of thin the numbers out, but that is not the fight for today.
And leaned to the door and said, "You will repent."
And I just kind of go,
I don't think I will.
multiple stages of
I'm gonna.
layers to work through.
I really wanted to charge at her.
Oh.
I attempt to calm Lizette down with some words, but it probably won't work.
more pressing matters now than fighting this.
She points, "I'll be back."
Okay.
I'll be back.
I'm sure you will.
Did she say that?
Yeah.
I turn and run at her.
Oh,
no!
So easy to goad into a fight. It's amazing. Okay. Let's.
But I said, my I don't know how she knows that, but I'm not obvious who I. So
Let me clear
I
the
tried.
table.
I tried.
You tried really hard.
For about 30 seconds.
Hey, I left the room. Lizette's not used to having friends. This is her trying.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can we roll an initiative
no.
now?
I dropped a crisp. You can, yes.
Okay.
Make like a rodent and go for it.
11. What does Lizette roll? 11.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Are we all done?
Oops. Yep.
Powerful build.
Apart from
You
that,
want
you
me
got
to click that?
That was
somebody
a
else's.
flex.
You,
But-
when
yeah.
you carry capacity, you can push and drag. You trying to grab Lizette?
Okay. Astrid.
right. Has she got armor on?
That's a good
I
question.
mean, she hasn't attacked us yet.
I'm trying to find her token. Where is the named NPCs?
Named NPC.
Let me just see how many legendary actions she has.
He's also eating an intellect devourer. That's a definite sign of evilness.
She's a Durgar. What
Definitely.
did you expect?
Grandma's son.
Evil.
She does not appear to be wearing armor.
Here. Alright, okay. So based on that, here we go. I'll be firing some shots off at her.
Oh,
18.
Bear with. Is indeed a hit.
And then again.
22, 30, 40.
Nice.
And then I'm going to send Tove off to do a flyby attack. No.
Okay.
Oh, you're lacking.
Which takes a fair bit of damage there. Grem.
Grim does nothing.
Okay. So also needs to get a pseudo dragon. Whip. Flies over to Lizette, putting itself between Lizette and Grandalfa, and lashes with its tail. Oh, an 11.
Miss.
Okay. Oh, come on, you pleb. There we go. Fucking all the character sheets.
Your fault. I was going to walk away.
This Durgar
This
doubles in
little Durgar
size.
went all the way home.
Yeah, that's where my head went.
That
And
little Durgar's 20 foot wide.
this Durgar doubles in size.
That is a big Durgar. That is a
Gandalf.
Durgar.
They basically they're now giants.
Okay.
Gandalfa. Mutters a few spells. Oh, a few spells, a few words of magic. And do. Oop. It's the end of her turn. Lizette.
Right. 10 foot, and as I'm running, I use a bonus action and I chant, and my sword glows with darkened energy, so it's now a magical weapon with +1.
Okay.
You're gonna mess. It's gonna get worse. So let me just modify my attacks. And I shall swing 27.
Blimey.
Is a hit.
That, and I'll drop a level 2 smite on it as well.
Okay.
You mean business.
I'm pissed off.
Okay. A mighty blow slams into her.
It's 30 damage.
Nice.
Is she alive or is she dead?
She's alive. You hit her arm, and your blade bounces.
And did it feel like a damage though?
Yeah.
Remember, this my damage is now magical.
Mhm.
So and I will attack again. 26.
Yep.
And I'll drop a level 1 smite on that as well. He's not an undead or fiend, I'm guessing. So that's another 20
shit.
damage.
Oh no! I just hit the wrong button. Let me just reload the screen. She falls.
full-on rage paladin.
Mhm.
And then, so that's 10, 20, 30. Move up.
Okay, so this dragon gets an attack of opportunity because you were right next to it, unless you're disengaging.
I'm not.
Okay, so I need to now bring the fucking character sheets back up because I dropped out of. Whoop. And. We're up. $20.
20's a hit.
Okay. You take 5 piercing damage and make a Constitution saving throw, please. So you take 5 piercing damage.
And I look at the dragon and say, no. And I rebuke it. It has to make a dexterity saving throw as I point my finger at it.
What's your spell DC? Yeah, it passes.
Okay. Half as much. That's a terrible roll. So it takes 2 points of fire damage. And that is then the end of my turn.
Die. Oh no. Oops, sorry. That was the wrong.
Kill the hawk!
That was the hawk. I thought, why has this got such fucking low hit points?
I didn't point at your hawk, Rob, and
No.
set it on fire.
You miss and set the hawk on fire there. Okay, Alan, your turn.
I shake my head and I look at Lizette and I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter at her.
Oh, what's happening now?
And after I cast that, I walk out of the room.
What's your saving throw?
Is a it doesn't say. Oh, how do I look?
Your spell
15
Wisdom. Terrible roll.
I walk out the room. I go, this isn't funny, or maybe it is. Someone certainly thinks it is. Warned you. And end of turn.
Okay. Sturgar. Also grows in size. End of his turn. Astrid.
Right.
We have 3 giant Durgar now.
I can't see them, so I'll have to go into the room there. Okay. But actually, I think I'm going to fire off at this dragon here. I'm just going to take a normal shot. Oi. So I assume that misses.
No, it's hit.
Okay. And knowing that that hits, I'm gonna then sharpshoot.
Save your sharpshoot because the actual first hit kills it.
Oh, right, okay. Well, that would have been at that.
So you're going to sharpshoot this one. 14 is a miss.
That's ironic. Okay.
the most
The
damage you do.
massive, yeah. And then how far away is Tove? Yeah, okay. And then Tove is going to do a flyby on the bottom one. Oh,
It's a
misses.
miss, yep. Grem.
Okay, so Grem is going to move there, and he will use his turn to say in common to the Durgar, drop your weapons and stop attacking now. Your leader is already dead. If you carry on, I will kill you. And that would be how Grem ends his turn.
Pseudo Dragon is dead. In answer to your words, a giant-sized javelin comes hurtling towards you. 14.
How rude.
How much?
14.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. It's 4 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't actually stick in you. It kind of hits your shoulder and just bounces off. This one attacks
The laughing Lizette who's lying prone on the floor.
I cutting words it as it attacks Lizette.
Okay.
It has advantage. I am prone. It's incapacitated.
I still do cutting words. I say, don't hit her. She's just having a laughing fit. That's all I could come up with without doing it.
18.
18 hits.
You have to take stuff off because of cutting words.
Okay. How much is it?
So,
4, I think.
and so do
D8, is it?
Oh shit! It's bardic inspiration. Shit.
yeah. So roll a d8 and take that away.
Oh,
One.
Oh well.
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
I
Fuck's sake, man.
can't-
Take 3 off.
3 off. So 18, 17, 15.
15 the miss.
Yay!
With advantage. Oh.
That was advantage, yeah.
Yeah. Don't say I never do anything for you, Lizette.
If it hits me, I get my action back.
I'm trying to teach you a lesson.
Lizette!
This is a teachable moment.
I can't do anything until the end of my turn, at which point I can retake another wisdom saving throw. 13.
That is a fail.
So that's it.
This is a teachable moment. I'm saying I'm trying to be your sponsor here.
The end of my turn.
I want it to be noted that, I'm trying to make sure they're not hitting her as well. Okay, my turn. I walk back in the room and I say, stop attacking us and leave while she's laughing, or the big man will cave your skulls in. And I try to do I try and make that as intimidating as I can. Can I guess an intimidation talk?
Yeah, give it a go.
15. It probably does nothing, but there you go.
Pretty good intimidation, though.
I'll show him intimidation. Great sort of that.
It's weird.
One of
charisma.
Well, one of the dwarves.
You can ask, like DMs can say, roll me a strength intimidation, depending on how you're doing it. So you can alter that. But by default, it's charisma.
I was trying to, I'm weak. I've got a -1 to strength. So it's more like, arch villain, Dr. Evil. Oh, we will kill you.
So basically, one of the dwarves mutters something in Dwarvish, which those of you that understand Dwarvish says "fuck you," basically. Fuck you, elf boy.
What did he say? I say to people who can speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, he told you to go away in lots of polite terms.
Okay. In that case, I wash my hands of this situation, ladies and
End
gentlemen.
the spell on me.
And I end the spell on Lizette. And I say, I was trying to do a teachable moment here. You're all going to die. And do you know what? I'm having a great day. Thank you all. And I walk out of the room again.
Forward.
I don't know if I can end the spell. I guess I didn't do an action. I just did an intimidation, right? So yeah, I do end the spell.
An enlarged war pick. It's towards Lizette for a 20.
20 to hit.
There's 8 piercing damage. Astrid.
Okay. Gonna fire at this bottom one. Hope that hits.
There is indeed a hit.
If 26 doesn't hit, we're in fucking trouble.
A giant, that should be easy to hit.
Again.
That is also a hit.
I'm gonna re-roll that
Damage.
damage.
8.
Yep.
You know, there is a way you can write your rolls to automatically re-roll it.
Aha. I'll have to look into that.
Okay.
And then toes.
Bleed.
So I
Same one.
cannot- Yeah.
So, just in the chat, that's what the rolling command I use. So that's 2d6, re-roll. Oh, it should have a less than 2 at the end, but
Okay.
less than 2 doesn't show up.
But
So I
it's
do 2d6, re-roll once if it's less than 2, because my damage, if I roll a 1, I get to re-roll it once. So that's why sometimes you'll see mine and it'll be grayed out. The 1 will if I roll a 1 on my attack.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Grim.
You can add the
Okey-dokey.
same for your crits and stuff as well.
So Grim walks up and kind of steps on the
Just gonna
body of this one. 1, 2,
get rid of
3,
that
4.
one, just
Okay, I can pretty
make a
much
bit more
perfectly get in
space.
between both of them. And Grim is going to attack the one that is north of him at the moment, and I'm just going to recklessly attack with my great axe. So, oh Jesus Christ, 22 and an 11, so the 11 misses.
I heard that in Mr. Slave's voice.
22's a hit.
Oh, Jesus.
So which one were you going for? This one?
The one north.
Oh, the north one. Okay.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Mhm. And that will be my turn.
Alright, let me just need to find out what XP she was.
I love their beards, these Durgars.
Yeah, it's great.
It's so big it doesn't just go straight down, it carries on out. I tell you.
Have you played Baldur's Gate 3 yet?
No, not yet. Well,
Right,
yeah,
so
no.
when I don't know if they fixed it now, but there was a graphical glitch that if you played as a dwarf, the beard just starts vibrating and just flapping around. It's supposed to blow in the wind, but eventually it just gets so bad it just starts going.
Brilliant.
There was a lot of like random physics. I saw like loads of illithid tentacles go.
I had I can't remember what we were doing, but I had one thing where the arm of the creature went through its back, and it was like it was coming out of its back rather than the side of its shoulder. It was just fucking it's weird as fuck. Okay, so this beastie here decides to swing at Graham for an enlarged pick.
Disadvantage.
24.
Mhm.
Which was a crit, so it does 12
Extra
piercing
critty
damage.
12. Okay.
Mhm. And the north one swings at Lizette again with a 4 pick.
Still gets advantage. I'm still lying on the floor.
14.
14
Is a hit, was it?
miss.
Oh,
14.
miss. Okay, so it misses. Swing and a miss. Lizette, your turn.
I shall use my action to stand up,
Mm-hmm.
dust myself off, and I swing a greatsword at this little.
That's a
Pretty
hit.
great sword.
I hit it for 10 slashing damage,
Okay.
and if it's not dead, I will swing again. 24
And that's a hit. Yep.
for 17 slashing damage.
I'll just
There you
move
go.
them out of the
Actually,
way
you can
'cause they're
see that's re-rolled. If you look at the bottom damage, if you hover
yeah.
over the number, you can see it's grayed out the 2 and re-rolled. If I roll a 1 or 2 on damage, it re-rolls it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Is that like a feat you have?
It's Great Weapon Master.
I love the fact that those 2 blood spurts came out of nowhere because I've deleted that token and there's just 2.
It's my fighting style of Great Weapon fighting.
Oh, that's cool.
So if I roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die on an attack with a melee weapon you're wielding with 2 hands, you can re-roll the die.
Kegler
This is
said
why.
that.
Pardon?
Kegler
This is,
said that.
yeah, this is why I don't use shields. Like I could get higher AC by using a shield,
But
but
you're better off
that's
just
not what I was
powering
left
through
built
and
for.
damaging, yeah.
So that's I used 15 feet standing up, so I've only got 10. I can only get to there.
Okay.
End of turn.
Alan.
Oh, hold on. I took damage, didn't I? Constitution saving throw.
I poke my head in
15.
the room and I look.
That's fine.
And I look
Health
across.
attack.
And there's only one of these Durgars left alive, but it looks pretty
Mhm.
massive, doesn't it? That's giant. And I look at Graham and I think, yeah, I should pitch in. All right, so I attempt. Hold on, I'm sorry. Give me a second. I haven't loaded my bardic insults page.
Bring up the bardic insults.
I. Oh, that wasn't right. Is it just a Lashar D100? Oh, that's
No,
that
you
works.
you just rolled 100.
No, he rolled.
No, he rolled 100. No, no,
rolled
that's right.
100.
Yeah,
I critted.
Crit.
You
But now I've got
crit.
to scroll all the way down the page.
We've never
Actually
been in
rolled
his
100
territory.
on a D100.
Yeah.
We've never been in his
I'll never get a
territory.
good roll again, will I now? Right. Wait, so you're the manifestation of a divine being of supreme power and malevolence, and you choose that face? Do they even have mirrors on your plane of existence? And I cast Vicious Mockery at
Good
the Durgar.
stuff. So it's a
Nice.
wisdom save, yeah?
He's got to do a DC 15 wisdom save or take 4 psychic damage and become disadvantaged.
It succeeds.
Ah.
It's like, I'm from this plane.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking
What
about?
are you on about? I never said I was a god.
And I spent ages in Bardic comedy school class coming up with these witty banters. I don't know. I sit on the floor.
Insult.
I just
Nobody
sit
likes
down.
my fucking jokes anymore.
I sit down and I look at my pipe.
That's
End
true.
of story.
16.
Oh
Is that a
shit!
miss?
Is a hit.
It's a hit.
8
So I sit down because then Astrid could shoot over my head.
True. That is also a hit, so minus 10 as well. Bleed,
Yes.
bleed.
Oh, he's finally getting damaged.
Hawk
Tove
misses for
misses.
once. Tove bounces off his
What the
helmet.
fuck?
Kind of looks
I
like a bit
know.
shocked.
Tove on the right drugs.
Shakes her head
What's
and like,
happening?
what the fuck?
She on the right pills.
Graham.
I'm going to attack recklessly, surprisingly.
Really, I wouldn't have thought that.
22 and 40.
22 is a hit, 14's a miss.
14 slashing damage.
Second one doesn't matter anyway because he's dead.
He fucking
He-
did.
It's dead. And just get rid of those. There we go.
Grim looks at the dead bodies and says, I fucking told you.
And I look at Lizette and go, "What have we learnt today, Lizette?"
So we can kill things.
Bad dwarves die.
Yes.
She looked and said, I tried.
Yeah, you did. You did. And, I know I messed around, but I didn't. I tried to not let them hit you, right? You're not going to come at me, are you?
I don't trust strangers. To start with, you all were strangers.
Mm-hmm.
And I
don't
still
think
don't trust
are
you.
You probably don't trust me. I wouldn't
But I
trust
still
you,
don't trust
Julia. I wouldn't
No, no,
trust me.
That's being serious. She's like, look, you're the first people who I've ever stayed around with. I'm not used to working with other people. I was trying, but certain insults,
She did.
I
She did.
cannot.
She did push your buttons. I'll admit. I was hoping we could end it peacefully up until the end. To be honest.
Yeah, Grim puts his hand on his shoulder and be like, you tried, you were goaded into that one.
I walk over to the corpse and I just literally put my sword through the head.
Okay.
And I'm like,
And
do
I,
not disrespect my
I
lady.
look around.
And I pull my sword back out.
I look around and hope to get someone to laugh, but I don't think anyone will. And I go, "You got to admit, it was quite funny watching Lizette laughing on the floor, right?"
I liked it.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And I kind of like look at Lizette as if I'm like, "Am I gonna have to duck?" I kind of try and do a charming, cheeky smile and go, "Hey."
You're lucky
Well-
you were all in my good books.
We still have a way to go. That was a minor setback.
I always say, if you can't be
Doesn't stop
good,
us doing what we're doing.
be lucky. And I walk away trying to be cool and smug, as like I've just dropped a one-liner.
These.
Is there anything decent on these bodies?
No, the dwarves all carry. As soon as you kill them, they just revert to normal size, as do their weapons. So they're basically carrying war picks and javelins.
And the
scale
the-
armor.
What about the boss one? What about
Yeah, what did she have on her?
She
Gertrude?
literally had fuck all. She wasn't wearing any armor. She had no weapons.
Oh, God love her. Oh,
Well,
well.
What you
Look,
get
if
for
anyone
insulting.
asks, if anyone asks, the people who wear this emblem did it. Okay, wink. I don't wink. I just say the word wink.
Does anyone else fancy having a quick breather?
What, like we have a little rest and relax? R&R.
Well, I said, I want to use one of my skills to get a spell slot back because
Okay.
I may have smited the hell out of that woman.
I could do with a brew, to be honest.
You did smite the hell out of that woman.
I could
He
do with a brew.
deserved it.
Also,
I'm not disputing that.
I read some notes from my previous adventures to entertain people while we're resting, which is Song of Rest. So, if you want to add I don't know what the rules are, so I'll leave it.
D6.
Hey, I'll remember it one day. If you want to add a D6, you can. I didn't take any damage, so. Did I ever tell you at the time I met the tiefling with 3, and then so I kind of like laugh and say, no, I can't tell you that story. I'll get embarrassed.
God.
We crit in opposite directions.
I will
It's like-
choose this moment to cast aid on the party.
Ooh.
So you can increase your hit point maximum and current hit points by 5 for 8 hours.
Oh, nice. So, shall I put that in the temporary hit points box? So 5. Right. That's
As
cool.
this is just a short rest, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That is
Well,
cool.
I mean, you can take a long rest if you want, but
No. I'm also going to use. Do I get Channel Divinity on a long or a short rest?
I think Channel Divinity is long, is it not?
I would assume it would. Otherwise, I could get a
Yeah.
spell slot back on every short rest. Oh. So, the cleric one, when you finish a long or short rest, you regain expended uses. Paladins. I can regain Channel Divinity on a short rest.
Oh.
So,
Okay. Sick.
Scott, I just want to check something. So, I have got something called Harness Divine Power. So, I can expend a use of my Channel Divinity as a bonus action, utter a prayer, and regain 1 expended spell slot. So I can only use that feature once.
So
up until
spell
7th
slot
level.
can be no higher than half your proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've regained a level 2 spell slot, but I get my Channel Divinity back on the short rest.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't. There you go. It's written into the Harness Divine Power to stop me abusing it.
No, that's fair enough. So you get Channel Divinity back, just not Harness Divine Power. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I can't just keep getting loads and loads of spell slots back. But I get 1 level 2 one back.
Nice.
Alright, I've still got 3 spell slots left.
Mm-hmm,
No, 4, sorry.
Not bad, not bad. Grem has none.
And Lidette says, I really am sorry. But
For that one, you don't have to be. It started off amicably, and you done your best to keep out of it, but she goaded you into attacking. That one I do not blame you for.
It's hard working with people. I'm not used to it.
People are hard in general. I much prefer animals.
I don't know if I trust anyone normally.
That's understandable.
Well, we've got more dwarfs to kill, I believe.
I feel that we do.
Push
Still
yourself
learned
up.
some valuable information, and I still actually have this idol attached to me, which should mean we may actually be able to avoid combat later on. They don't
You
know
do
she's
so well
dead.
at that.
As I said before, I still think they're evil. But
I mean, by the very nature of them, I believe they are.
There is a spectrum of evil. It's not binary, good or evil. There's like a little bit of evil. There's like
Okay, Alan.
strong brewed tea, evil versus dwarven whiskey, evil.
Mm.
And I look at him, I look at Grim and go,
I just agree sometimes.
They were the mildest form of evil.
Astrid, I would like to thank you for coming to my aid straight away.
No problem.
Hey, I tried to come to your aid. Not my fault if you just found it funny. I say wink again without winking.
So the
I just-
information that we did glean from that was attempt the southeast corner elevator to go down and then go from there, because that is where Zardarok will.
You
Be-
killed a pseudo dragon, man.
That's the thing I'm most upset about.
It didn't do anything good either,
That
sadly.
little git bit me.
We're going to have to meet a bigger one of those later, and you're going to have to explain to it why the little one isn't going to come to its nephew's birthday party
Oh,
Right.
dear.
or
Let's go
something.
and find this elevator then.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's.
I love that, like, Lizette just like walked out of the room while I was saying it.
Okay. You all have gone west when we were looking for a southeast elevator.
Ah, that east.
The other
This
east.
way.
Oh dear, I just saw you wander off. I was like, that's not east.
And I get to the
The
corner.
other east.
I get to the corner and I look around and I go, "Let me go first because I'm now disguised as one of them." Point to the emblem on my chest.
So, did
Crudely
we walk?
daubed.
You said southeast, so it's going to be the doors to the south, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The elevator we came down in before.
That's where you came in, yeah.
Let's go down in.
Does it go down again?
Oh, we could go down further. Oh, we just dropped
Ooh.
on the top of it. We didn't
Yeah.
actually go all the way down
Well,
in
no,
it, right?
because remember we came to the first elevator, and I was like, "Let's go down and kill Zardarok straight away." And everyone's like,
Yep.
"Nah, let's go to the top and go round." And I'm like, "Go down."
Mhm.
So are you saying that woman's death was our fault, really, Lizette? Is that the real lesson?
It's
here?
her own fault.
Okay, all right, okay.
That is distinctly her own fault.
Okay.
To
let
be
me
honest,
just
yeah, she had an opportunity to not say anything.
grab you all.
What I would have liked to have questioned her, but she died too easily. She knew secrets she shouldn't know.
Okay, if you well, I have
Scroll
to, is
down.
it shift and
I just scroll down with the mouse. I just mouse
Mhm.
wheel down.
Yeah, same.
Ah, okay, I gotcha.
okay.
I want to sort of investigate the room as soon as we get there to sort of see what I see.
I want to hit the dwarf in the room.
Let me
There's a dwarf in the room.
can
Oh,
I
there is a dwarf in the room.
just describe the scene to you first?
Kill,
This is gonna
kill.
If you just I'm just gonna hit everything. Fuck it. Okay.
Well,
So the
we
elevator
now know a
shaft-
way to... Go on, sorry.
The elevator shaft terminates in this room. A large stone wheel next to the iron cage turns constantly. West of the wheel is a Durgar encased in a cruel-looking exoskeletal construct. His face a mask of pain. And
Come out of his misery.
as your elevator lands, he turns and starts moving towards you. So
Does he have an emblem on him that looks like the one on my chest?
He does, for he is a Sunblight clan.
Sunlight.
So
Let me just
okay.
remove all turns. There you go.
I had a good initiative roll.
I just yell at him, "Greetings, comrade! We've come for the Sunblight Convention!" Try to
Oh,
do so
nice.
to
Oh.
sound good, but it's too late because everyone's already
I
killed.
honestly, my
asleep.
initiative has been terrible.
I say that, but I also roll initiative.
Mine's been good up
Hold
to
on,
this point.
move that fucking number out of the way because I can't even fucking see the Durgar. Right, okay.
Let's see.
Hang on a little bit.
Go.
Durgar.
It
What's
seems to
happening?
be- everyone's names are really massive on my screen, so I can't tell if
Yep.
that.
I might have to take the alert feat to gain a +5 bonus to initiative.
All right, okay, so there it is. So
My
let
initiative
me-
bonus is 2.
Mine's 1.
Mine's 1. Lizette is not particularly dexterous.
Okay, Grim, you get to go first.
Graham recklessly attacks him twice with a great axe.
Ooh, low on
Of
the
course,
second one.
Grub does.
25, 15.
Am I really second?
25
Everyone else really
is a
must have
hit,
rolled bad.
15 is a miss.
Okie dokie. So I do 13 slashing damage to him. And I say, "Get out of the way, dwarf."
Just noticed there's a chef feat.
Nice.
Time spent mastering the culinary arts have paid off. You grant the following benefits.
Oh,
In the
hell
middle of combat, I cook a mean scrambled egg.
Well, look, it's, within 1 hour of work, or when you finish a long rest, you can cook a number of treats equal to your proficiency bonus.
Oh,
These
yeah.
special treats last 8 hours after being made. A creature can use a bonus action to eat one of these treats to gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus.
Oh, damn, that's actually not bad.
That's pretty good.
There is more to the feat as well. So someone needs to make a halfling chef.
Amazing.
A fighter halfling chef that uses only a ladle. That was amazing.
Alan.
Okay,
Oh, hang on. I haven't rolled for Bruce.
He's
Could
fine.
go halfling fucking rogue.
Oh, for
Have like
fuck's
a ladle
sake,
and a
what?
spatula.
Can I
I don't think a ladle will be dexterity.
let me just move Bruce and then shrink him back down again?
Just be a dagger.
can't.
And
It
that's
could just be a chef knife, right?
I'm just thinking a ladle's like a mace.
Hmm.
Chefs aren't exactly like
Yeah.
massive
Could
dexterous.
have a rolling pin as well.
Dual wield. Mace and rolling pin. And then cook everyone a load of tasty treats.
Yeah. A cute
Let
croissant.
me just
Cook
add
you
him to his
tasty
initiative.
treats.
Ooh.
So he would have actually gone first, but we'll leave it for
Okay.
now.
He'll just thunder punch it twice and it'll probably die.
Yeah.
He just do the turn order again and get it into back to Alan. There we go. Right.
Okay. Yeah, solid. Do you know what? I do. I whip the rag out, I whip the whiskey out, and I just go bash. I light it up somehow very quickly, and I just absolutely pelt it right into that dwarf's smug face, and then I try and dodge out of the way.
Make me a hit roll.
I guess at what would I be using?
It'd probably be Dex, right?
Dex for throwing
Dex,
weapons, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so just click dexterity.
Yeah.
Hey!
It's a hit.
You decide what D damage that would do. I don't know.
Fire damage. It would probably do what? 1d4 plus 1.
Oh, that's pretty good. Here we go.
Was it Dwarvish whiskey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a really high sort of flammable.
And I was aiming for his face, like to just burn his face off.
He's in a mech suit,
Literally
isn't
just
he?
splashes.
He looks in pain. We're doing him a service.
He's already, you hit him and it just splashes all over him. What clothing he does have is now on fire. His hair is just, you can smell burning hair, and his beard is on fire.
And I attempt to duck out of the way
as
quick as I can. But that will probably provoke an attack of opportunity.
If you're moving away from him, yes, it does. And
I don't get any special disengage things.
Tries to slam you with his hammer for a crit.
Oops.
With 23 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams its hammer down on you.
Holy shit!
Spot on. I am almost lying on the floor in the corner over here.
Fueled by rage and pain, he spins and slams the hammer into your back as you run past.
He just gets fucking decked as he's running.
I mean, I was confronted point blank range by a power loader with a dwarf. And I really wanted to throw that molly earlier. That's fair.
That's fair.
Fair play.
And
Can you? And yeah, cheers. Lizette.
Ooh, such a hard choice. I might swing a greatsword at it. 16
is a miss.
Oh my gosh.
Go on, Nelly. Oh, Nelly.
That is also a miss.
Football
Both
natty
your
ones.
armor rings off of the metal casing of this weird contraption. Astrid.
Okay. Oi.
Oh,
Arrow bounces off.
Hey.
This one, on the other hand, finds an opening and
Woohoo.
slams into his chest.
Hey!
Fucking Tove.
And
You know, all
Tove,
reliable.
as it staggers backwards, Tove sees an opening,
Hey!
claws his face,
bless
and he
that
just
hawk.
topples backwards onto his back. His beard and hair still singeing as his flesh bubbles and melts. There you go.
Ouch.
Are you right over there, Alan?
I feel like I could do it seeing
I-
a chiropractor.
I come down, reach, give you a hand to lift you up off the floor.
Hmm. I accept your hand.
I pull you up, and as I do, I use my healing hands. It's not much, but a healing hands would give you touch a creature, cause it to regain a number of hit points equal to my level. So you regain 5 hit points.
Okay, it's not to be sniffed at. And I say, thank you, my lady. I still look like I've been absolutely hammered, but I'm trying to act as if I'm fine. I'm
Well.
trying to act. Thank you. It's just a scratch.
I'm surprised you took that hit and you're still standing. Well done.
Oh,
You got fucking decked.
we're made of stirred stuff ourselves. Oh. I mutter some words under my breath.
Play a bit delicate for now.
And give myself 5 health.
That makes sense.
If you're really low, I can healing hands you.
I'm all right. I've got half my health back now after all that, but I was almost dead. So
Half my health is 12.
I don't have a lot of health. Definitely not. I shouldn't be going toe to toe because I do silly things like that.
I've still got 21 points of lay on hands, but
save them. We might need them.
yeah.
And I might be wiser next time.
Maybe.
Tell you what,
I did have temporary
I'm
hit
feeling
points.
nice.
Actually. Hold on.
I'll pat you on the shoulder and then go, you could do with this, and give you 1 point of extra healing.
Oh, nice. I just remembered actually. I did have temporary hit
20.
points. I did have
You have
temporary.
5 temporary hit
did.
points.
So I'm now with that taken into account. I'm not that bad.
Hey,
Okay.
I don't have any temporary hit points left.
but they serve their purpose.
That's what they're used for.
Right.
Don't use them, you lose them, mate.
And there is a
Why
door
was
here.
that? Why was that thing in so much pain? What was going on with it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a medicine check on it to sort of see what?
The way that the armor was constructed, it's, you don't have to really pass medicine. It's quite easy now that you can look. The bits of armor that were attached to it are attached by spikes that actually pierce his flesh. So you work out that this particular one, the armor is actually attached to his bones. So yeah.
I look at Bruce and I go, I'm really glad that one upstairs wasn't working or fixed because.
But there were 2 outside that were.
Yeah, but one of us would have got in
they weren't like this.
Oh.
Okay. These people are messed up, and I'm saying that. I say that out loud.
Yeah, these fucking doors kind of fucked, aren't they?
I did say they were evil.
I am starting to wonder if it's me that needs to go on a 12-step program to learn how to be like Lizette.
Okay. So we have one option in front of us.
I say we kill them all.
This door's the only thing we can go through. Oh, wait. There's another door in the south as well.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You want to go through the south or north?
Did say southeast, so we should go east. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you being quiet or?
I'll just kind of like open the door, kind of like nonchalantly.
Okay.
That is incapable of being quiet.
What the fuck is that?
Oh boy.
That looks like a really big hand on my screen. And the fucking thing's weird.
Looks like a wizard.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I can see it better now that I've zoomed in.
I guess we weren't super stealthy, so I
Okay.
can't really do anything to surprise.
So this room is filled with stacks and stacks of what appear to be granite tablets. Behind them, a long-bearded Durgar wearing black robes and a tall black mitre stands. He's currently etching one of the tablets with a small chisel and a small hammer.
Does he have an emblem on his person that looks like helm fist with a sunblade?
He does not. He's just wearing plain black robes.
And I kind of try and whisper and go, this could be one of the friendly ones. Okay, could be one of the friendly ones.
Rem just walks through the door and announces his presence to the dwarf.
What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here.
That's a very good point. We shouldn't be here, but also we're here to kind of kill Zardarok, so that's why we're here.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. And what quarrel do you have with Zardarok?
No, I mean, he's trying to wipe everyone off the face of the fucking out of the world, man. Like, you know, he's trying to kill everyone. We're here to stop it.
Well, that's unfortunate because I can't allow that. He grabs his cape, throws it to one side, revealing a skinny, old dwarven body. Grabs his hat,
Body like Baywatch, face like Crime Watch.
grabs his mitre, takes it from the top of his head, tosses it to one side, and transforms. Grows larger, horns sprout from his head, a barbed tail grows from the base of his spine, his skin turns red.
Devils. Evil.
Well, you got this far. It was a good effort.
Does it look like a demon or a devil?
It looks like a medium fiend as a devil, yes.
I go, I'm not with them. Look, I'm one of the Sunblight. They've captured me and they're trying to sacrifice me to some awful god. I try and deceive.
I say in a language that probably most people won't understand. How do you whisper to Scott?
Ooh. Talk really quietly into your microphone.
I'll just say to him, "You're not off this plane. It's time to leave."
I ain't getting on no plane, sucker.
Make me bitch.
Did you reply in the same language?
Yes.
I guess it's.
I will leave it there because it's 10 o'clock.
It's smiting time.
It's clobbering time. Okay.
Oh, this is an exciting
I
encounter.
just want to point out I rolled a 22 when I tried to convince this guy that I was part of the Sunblights, and they'd captured me. I'm doing the reverse Wookiee captured trick.
I was trying to do a bit of intimidation, like whether that worked or not.
So you can intimidation.
Pretty intimidating.
Is that charisma?
It is. But it's up to you how you. If that was the experience, that's the.
Yeah, so that's experience. But obviously, if you do happen to level up, you can't do that until you have a long rest. But you can add
No,
that
we do
experience
not.
to your shot.
We're way off.
now.
So 13430. Okay.
Yeah, we're like 1,600 experience off now because I think it's exactly 15k when we go level 6.
Oh, we're not that far off then.
We
we're
really got 3,450. That's easy.
That's
to
a
read.
lot of XP.
We did a lot there. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, we killed that Musgar, I guess.
Well, I gave you all bonuses for role playing and stuff as well. So
Lizette was trying to be friendly today.
Yeah. Well, it was good role play today, I think.
Well, no, it's I said she's working on her issues, but she's still not trusting of people.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
It'll take time. Okay, so I'm going to leave the stream there. So thank you to those of you who are watching and those of you who are chatting. Avorian Extract, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Going to be back hopefully later in the week, possibly Thursday, with some Farming Simulator survival challenge. Until then, I will see you later. Take it easy. Bye for now.
Cheers.
Bye.
Right.